All right, 3 free plays for Friday, August 21st, almost the weekend. 3 free Major League Baseball plays on the way. We'll break down the entire board for tonight in MLB, maybe a little NFL preseason talk as well. Mark, have that look in your eye.
I'm done being positive. This is miserable. The positive shit's over. I can't deal. This sucks. I'm terrible right now. Can't get a fucking game right. It's awful.
I did not get one right or wrong last night. I passed for the clients. Free plays on the show went 1 and 2. You got that one right. You were the one free play winner yesterday on the program.
No, I handed up the Chargers last night. They got their asses kicked 41-17. So there you go.
There was that on the NFL preseason slate. Again, a few more games today we can go over. Well, since I didn't have a client play last night, I don't really have much to recap. I am ready to get into this if you are, sir. I know that people probably like when we get right into the games. We have an early game today, and you'll be talking about it. Wake-up call? We'll get into it? Sure. Why not? All right, guys, talk to you in 40 seconds.
Wake up, Mr. Sleepyhead. You are late.
It's the morning wager.
I've got a hangover. Who knows what that means?
We're going to do this again?
Garçon, coffee.
So I have a story to tell. May I tell a story?
Oh, so what are you going to tell us, tough guys?
You really set me off, okay?
Take caution in your tone, Commander.
I went 4-1 today. Zinno, I went 4-1.
Bonnie, anything to add?
No.
The morning wager starts now.
Guys, just a quick reminder, we are on the WagerTalk YouTube channel every day, Monday through Friday, doling out 3 free plays, talking about the entire betting board. Make sure you click subscribe. That way you will be instantly notified when the show drops. All right, teased it. We have a day game today, 4:10 Eastern. The schedule makers doing the Atlanta Braves no favors, Mark. Third city in 3 days. You talked about this one yesterday. You were tickling my fancy, if you recall, on the program.
Yeah, I'll just go pure contrarian here and play the over 6 with Mizorowski and Chris Sale on the mound. I don't know. I mean, Mizorowski faced the Braves once. He went 6 innings, gave up 2 runs. Sale faced the Brewers once. He went 5 2/3, gave up 2 runs, none of them earned. Struck out 7. The Braves can't score as of late, so why not just do the opposite of everything I normally think and take the over here in this spot and believe the Braves are going to score 3 runs and the Brewers will score 3 runs, and at least we'll get out of here against a low number. The 6 is too irresistible, so I'm going over. That means everybody else should go under.
Can I give you some low resolution support here on the program?
Yeah.
All right.
It's the best I can come up with, folks. I told you I'm terrible right now, so take everything I say with a grain of salt.
Baseball, Ray. It's baseball, Susan. That could be what this is, right? Here you have the Braves. We thought the bats would wake up yesterday. They did not, although they won 2-0 against the White Sox. But wouldn't it be funny if this was the spot where they woke up a little bit against Mizorowski? Obviously, this is an incredible starting pitching matchup. Why do I keep saying that this week? Pitching matchup with Sale and Mizorowski, the 2 lowest ERAs in the National League.
Not to mention these are 2 top 5 bullpens. So, yeah. I mean, let's go take the over.
All we need is to get the 6.
This game ends 2-1. Bet $1,000 on it.
Okay, so we're switching here. Bet $1,000 on the under is actually the part of the sloppy parlay here.
No, it's just I'm lost in the sauce. So I'm throwing darts in the dark here.
Okay. Let's go with another over here. Stick in the National League, Cardinals and Phillies. That's what I'm going to talk about here. Guys, I think there's a lot of signs that point to this. We know the Phillies score more at home than they do on the road. We know the Cardinals score more on the road than they do at home. Luzardo, as great as he's been, and if you rewind the tape, guys, go back to early May, I told you that, hey, this guy's poor first month was a mirage. He was going to turn around. He did. But as much as I like Luzardo, let's open the hood a little bit here, Mark. And the Southpaw has a higher ERA at home than on the road. As a matter of fact, 2.5 runs higher on the road than at home. If you listen to yesterday's show, perhaps you're chuckling. So there's that. And also, St. Louis, we don't 100% know who's going to start here. ESPN has Dobbins down, but DraftKings a little less committal. Here's the bottom line. The Cardinals bullpen is coming off a 5-game series in 4 days with Cincinnati. Yesterday was a wild one. Obviously, that incredible 9th inning where the Cardinals were down to their last out and the Reds gifted them a win. I don't think Cardinals bullpen's very good. I don't think the Phillies bullpen's very good. The numbers back that up. I think we're going to have some runs in this game. Cardinals, Phillies, over 8. These are two teams that come in playing well. Cardinals have won 5 straight series. Phillies have won a season-best 6 games overall. So don't want to pick a side, but I will commit to the total and play over 8 there.
Okay.
All right. Let's get to the rest of the games. We actually got to the first 2 on the board there, wouldn't you know? Guys, don't forget to drop your favorite bets in the comments section down below. And after you're done doing that, smash that like button, or you could simply press it. We've clarified that all week long. Toronto and the Yankees, Mark. Let's start rapid fire. Yankees, nice sweep over the Orioles in Camden Yards.
It's pretty impressive. The Yankees are a 250 favorite with undecided starting.
Yeah, well, Toronto also is not committed either. So yeah, I don't know what to do here. Is it
probably going to be Cam Schlittler?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. That it probably will be Schlittler. So,
but Schlittler has not been good as of late, and he's much better on the road than he is at home.
Mm-hmm.
I like Toronto here tonight. Perfectly honest with you.
Oh, Schlittler winless over his last 4 starts, despite an okay ERA. But yeah, as you mentioned, he's been better on the road than at home. That's just going to be a stay away there. San Francisco and Boston. I saw the Giants in the flesh yesterday lose in Cleveland. I thought they were a little unlucky. The Guardians jumped on them with a 3-run first inning, and that held up. 5-2 final. I kind of like the under here. Giants are not an offense you can trust. And the Red Sox, while it's the home road split has somewhat normalized over the course of the year, they still don't score as much at home as they do on the road. By the way, the Red Sox trying to get back to 500 at home here. They would do so with a win. Pretty incredible to think that there's still a game below 500 at home, as hot as they've been over the last 2 months. Anything there from you?
Sonny Gray's pretty good.
Yes, and that's another reason to like the under. Sonny Gray. I know Logan Webb historically is much better at home than on the road, but his last road start was pretty good down in Texas. 6 shutout innings of 5 hit balls. Matter of fact, Logan Webb's given up exactly 2 runs total his last 3 starts in, 20 innings?
Last time I tried to back Sonny Gray and got beat for it. It was against Toronto. It was against Toronto. He gave up that solo home run in the bottom of the 5th. Yeah.
That's right. He had the back-to-back kind of rough starts at the end of July, but here in August, what has Sonny Gray done? 3 starts. He's given up 2 runs in 19 innings. A lot of things point to the under there.
2 runs in 19 innings. I picked the one that lost.
I kind of like there's a lot of things that point to the under there. All right, let's keep going. Washington and Miami. Brad, Lord of the Flies. Ryan, go for the gusto. It's kind of a do or die series for both these teams, is it not, Mark? They're kind of on the fringes of wild card contention.
Gusto is no, that's not Gusto. That's Phillips, who's better at home. Gusto's bad everywhere.
Isn't this funny?
Over. Why is that total only 8?
Well, I have something I was going to add here. And it's funny that this situation presents itself so quickly. On yesterday's show, I talked about the Nationals off a shutout loss. I had bet that the Nationals were in the first 5 were a best bet for me on Wednesday night. They came through easily on Texas. I noted that they are now a perfect 4-0 this season off a shutout loss and averaging 9.5 runs per game. Well, guess what? They're off a shutout loss again 48 hours later. Yeah, so Miami does have a rest edge. Miami coming off they got swept in Philadelphia, whereas and then you got Washington's bullpen too to add to the over. So
Miami scores more at home or on the road?
Yeah, Miami's a much better home team than they are on the road.
Scoring is the same.
Okay.
Still,
in terms of wins and losses, they're obviously much better at home. Tampa and Baltimore, I got no clue what to do here. These teams just met last weekend in a wraparound series. Orioles took 3 of 4 in Tropicana Field. Rays 2-5 homestand? What happened to that? They were coming up a 9-0 road trip.
Orioles swept the Rays last time they were in Camden Yards.
Yes, they did. So we shall see what holds up. I'd like to take the Rays to bounce back, but I don't know about Freddie Peralta. Freddie Peralta had that very shaky first start in Colorado. He's been okay in the last 2 since then, although it's funny. His last start was against his Baltimore team, against Trevor Rogers, he'll start opposite against again today. The Orioles poured it on late for a 10-2 win in that game. So we've got a rematch from last weekend.
I still lean over.
Sorry?
I lean over with those 2 starters. And the Orioles bullpen's not very good.
Yeah. Mets and White Sox. I kind of want to play the White Sox. Sean Burke gave up. He gave up 4 runs his last time out. That's more than he'd been giving up. The Mets, God, what are they? 11-4 since the trade deadline now? Didn't see that coming, and I don't see it continuing.
2, 3, 4, 11-4. Yeah. Pretty good.
White Sox did have to play the game yesterday, the makeup game against Atlanta, though, so I don't necessarily love the setup, but I would imagine the White Sox win this series. I'm going to go out on a limb and say that. Houston and the Athletics.
Well, White Sox are also on their 3rd city in 3 days. Well, technically, they're I'm sorry, they're not. They played the Cubs, so they were in Chicago. Then they stayed home for the Braves. Yeah. So they were just at a different stadium in Chicago.
3rd stadium in 3.
Right.
Well, no, technically they were.
Second stadium.
They were at home. Yeah, second. Yeah, anyway. Athletics in Houston. You, sir, on the show yesterday, astutely pointed out that Houston was a pretty big favorite. And boy, did they get their ass kicked. They didn't deserve to be in that price range. I mean, they gave them. Of course, the Angels scored 18 runs. We had joked yesterday about it had been 20 of 23 games where they scored 4 or less, and they bust loose for 18 yesterday against the Stros. I kind of think Houston is a little overvalued with Wisniewski again, but there's a small problem with betting against the Astros today, Mark, or at any point this weekend. It would require you betting on the Athletics, which I don't want to do.
JT Ginn has probably been one of their more reliable starters this year. I mean, he's been pretty consistent throughout, all things considered. If you're going to back him, this is the guy, and you just got to do it first 5 because you don't want the A's bullpen involved.
No.
In anything. So if you would like to take a flyer on the A's, do it in the first 5. I'm certainly not paying $1.80 for Hayden Wisniewski and his 5.16 ERA. You can bite my ass with that.
Oh, okay. Somebody send that message to Hayden. Detroit and Kansas City. Detroit needs this series very, very badly after kind of a disappointing run here. They've lost 5 of 6 against the White Sox and the Pirates. Royals are in last place, but the Royals are coming off a 4-game sweep over the aforementioned A's. Detroit's got the rest edge. I would want to play Detroit normally here, but Noah Cameron has been outstanding in 3 of his last 4 starts. He's gone at least 8 innings and given up 1 run or less. So he may have rediscovered some old form here.
But here's the problem. That 3 of those starts came on the road. And his ERA at home is 2 runs higher than it is on the road this year.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, including the one this month that wasn't that good. I mean, granted, it was against the Dodgers. He gave up 4 runs there. But, yeah, I don't know. Detroit needs to get going. Needless to say, they've lost a little bit of ground.
Has also scored the most runs of any team since the All-Star break on the road. This feels like an over. Kansas City scores a ton of
Scores more at home, yeah. Yeah. I think Troy, correct me if I'm wrong, I think Troy Melton is on my baseball savant list.
Nope. You'll have to wait for me to bet on Troy Melton for him to have a big start.
Okay. LA and Texas. We laughed just a moment ago about LA busting loose for 18 runs yesterday in the win over Houston. Texas is a team that's, kind of hard to predict to that point. Their last series, they just completed against Washington. They won in shutout fashion twice and then were shut out in the lone loss in that series. I got nothing here. Maybe an under. Maybe the Angels, the day after scoring 18 runs, probably go back in their shell. No? Reed Detmers is generally, I bet Reed Detmers is last time out, and he was outstanding against Kansas City. Outstanding. Granted, it was at home where he's better.
Okay. Well,
Mackenzie Gore's better at home than he is on the road. He's starting for Texas. I kind of lean towards the under in that game. Cleveland and Colorado, a total of 10.5 for a game involving the Cleveland Guardians. They sometimes don't go over that themselves in a week, but it's in Coors Field, obviously. Rockies with a rest edge. I thought the Guardians were a little lucky to win yesterday. I kind of like the Rockies at a plus price, actually, here.
Rockies going with a bullpen game and Tanner Gordon. Is that correct?
Let's take a look here. What can I get? What's the
Tanner
Rockies plus
Gordon
1.5
against Joey Cantillo.
No. You can get Rockies plus 1.5 around minus 110. That's what I would do here. The Guardians don't have the offense to pull away. I would look at the Rockies run line there. Minnesota and San Diego. Minnesota. Didn't see that coming earlier this week. Sweeping the Braves. That was on the heels of them getting swept by Philadelphia at home. Now they hit the road. San Diego has generally been very good in the second half, although they did just drop 2 of 3 on the road to the Mets. Now they're back home. Both these teams had yesterday off. Anything here? I don't have anything.
Let's take a gander, shall we?
Mm-hmm. Don't like Randy Vasquez starting for the Padres.
I'd probably lean Minnesota, but again, Minnesota's another team that has done a good job at scoring. And so I mean, I don't trust Vasquez, period.
No, and they may use an opener in front of him. Be careful. This could be an I mean, the opener is always the proverbial fly in the ointment, but this could be an over situation, actually, now that I think about it.
Yeah, well, I think that's probably a fair way to go at it. Padres continue to score at a really high clip.
Yeah, they've been one of the best offenses since the break. Dodgers and Pirates. Ooh, Dodgers, big favorite here.
Shocker, big favorite.
Yeah. Yeah. Granted, it's Yamamoto, but Bubba Chandler has been outstanding as of late. So I don't know. I wouldn't lay this price with the Dodgers. Pirates are desperate right now to stay in the wild card race. We shall see what they do. The Dodgers have beaten up on some lightweights recently, the Rockies and the Royals, but in between, they dropped 3 of 4 here at home to the Brew Crew, remember.
Guess who's much better on the road than at home?
Would it be Yoshinobu Yamamoto?
Yamamoto.
Oh, no.
I had to do one thing to make the audience laugh. I've been pretty miserable today, so.
Yeah, I've been sort of trying to, we'll take what we can get, Mark. There,
it's bad, right? Man. It's just not, it's one of these spots where it's just not fun right now. It's, what am I going to do?
The Seattle Mariners did not have fun the other night when they lost 22-0 in Milwaukee. They bounced back with a win the following night. Then they lost again yesterday. This is an interesting situation. Situationally, I don't like this series opener for the Mariners against the Cubs because the Cubs have the rest edge. The Cubs have, I believe, lost back-to-back games just once since the All-Star break, and they did lose the last time we saw them. As a matter of fact, they were shut out at Wrigley by the White Sox. But this is kind of a back-against-the-wall, circle the wagons, must-win spot for the M's, I think.
I don't like the price at all.
It's telling, is it not?
Let's just do some quick analytical math here. You're looking at a game where these two teams are essentially priced the same, right? Mm-hmm. I'm seeing on the high side, Seattle minus 112, Chicago minus 108. On the low side, I'm seeing both teams at 105, at minus 105, right?
Mm-hmm.
If Seattle if this game was in Chicago, if this game was at Wrigley Field, my guess is the Cubs would be around a minus 145, minus 150 favorite, especially with Matthew Boyd on the mound.
I think he's a guy who's due to kind of go down the drain. personally.
Well, he's been a lot better. His ERA on the road is stellar compared to that of home. But again, with the way the Cubs score at home, I think they would be a much. It just doesn't make any sense to me that why this number. I would like Seattle better if they were an underdog.
Sure. Yes, I know.
I don't feel like I should be paying that kind of price on Seattle for a team that's terrible against a team that's 20 games above 500.
Let's take a look at something here real quick. Let's take a look here. Seattle, have they been the worst team to bet on this year? The A's are actually worse. And that's it. Those are they are in terms of net units this year. A's are dead last. Mariners are 29th in net units. They have not been a profitable team to back, although they are back home where they have a winning record. They stink on the road, 27-39. So, hey, this is gonna boil down to what's been the Mariners' problem all season. Can they score runs? Can they score runs? I would say we'll tell you on the show tomorrow, but there's not going to be a show tomorrow. So, I don't know. Maybe I'll send you guys all a telegram. I'll comment down below and say, hey, look, they scored some runs. All right. Let's get to our show best bets. I'm trying here, man. Would you like me to start juggling, perhaps? I actually can't juggle.
I can't.
You can?
I cannot.
Well, especially with your shoulder right now, that would be an impressive feat if you did. But nevertheless, we've been talking about rest edges on this program, guys, quite a bit today because it is Friday. Certain teams had Thursday off, and sometimes their opponent did not. Well, we have one of those situations for our show best bet where the Diamondbacks, a team battling for that one of the final two wild cards in the National League, they did not play Thursday. The Cincinnati Reds did play Thursday, and boy, howdy was that one to forget at Great American Ballpark. All the guy had to do was catch the ball, and the game was over. Didn't catch the ball, did he? And the St. Louis Cardinals stole that fifth and final game to win the series. Eduardo Rodriguez, I'm a little trepidatious about you, but you haven't regressed yet. We'll lay the price with the D-backs as our show best bet, Mark Zinno.
I mean, look, we have been saying Eduardo Rodriguez is a regression candidate, and guess what? We've been wrong every time. So he's held up his end of the bargain, continues to pitch really, really well. Why fight it at this point in time? You're also going against Nick Lodolo. Are you a Bobo? No, I'm a Lodolo. Anyway, he hasn't been good anywhere this year. So his ERA is over 4 everywhere, and his whip is 1.42. This is also an Arizona team that is 5th in runs scored since the break. And they're 6th in runs scored at home since the break. So they've just been scoring everywhere. So the reality is that we get a better team with a better bullpen because the Reds bullpen is awful. Hence why I left them out of the game earlier in the week, and they ended up trailing after 5 innings, only to come back and win it in the second half of the game. So, yeah, smart on me. But the Reds bullpen is bad, so we feel like Arizona's still going to have a chance to win this thing no matter what.
All right. Arizona Diamondbacks is your show best bet. Again, guys, comment down below with your favorite bet for Friday in Major League Baseball. You want to talk about the NFL preseason real quick?
Sure, let's do that. If you saw the video I did yesterday, I said over in Las Vegas, Houston, that hit. Of course, I played the Chargers, and that did not. As San Francisco scored a punt return touchdown, had a pick 6 or something, and just Adrian Martinez just kept scoring points like he was still playing at Kansas State and Nebraska. Anyway, today, Jets in Pittsburgh. No real feel for this one. I mean, look, you're at this second preseason game. You just got to watch how teams handle this. Some of them take this game as the game off, or some of them look more to focus on this game after the first game, not really wanting to put anybody in harm's way. So you're seeing a lot more teams start to play some of their starters here. Jets and Steelers, I mean, it feels like an under game to me, but the total is sitting at 37.5 at one of the more popular books. Feels like the under. Carolina and Jacksonville, you're going to get Trevor Lawrence and company for a short stint here. Jacksonville opened up as the favorite. It's flipped to Carolina as a -1.5 favorite here. And Carolina's got a lot more to prove. They've had 2 bad defensive performances. They gave up 30 in the Hall of Fame game, which they won. They gave up 29 to the Bills in a game which they lost. So I don't know. I mean, it looks like money's coming in on the under as there's 36.5s popping up, but I would tend to think just like last night when I said take the over because the Raiders defense was bad, Carolina's defense is bad. And I still think even the backups in Jacksonville can score, by the way, which is Nick Mullins and Joey Aguilar. Remember Joey Aguilar?
Yeah, I do remember Joey. Can I ask you a question?
Yeah.
It's somewhat related. Who do you got winning the NFC South this year? You're close to that division, living in Atlanta. I was discussing with some friends yesterday some possible bets in that division. I think Carolina falls off after last year's kind of fortuitous run. And I know you're not a believer in the Falcons. You hate the Falcons.
I mean, I just at this point you have no reason to believe in them in their quarterback. Period.
And I think the Saints are a little overrated.
I would take a flyer on the Saints to win the division.
Oh, you know who I might back? Baker Mayfield.
I mean,
you believe
the problem is Tampa is completely different. Their defense falls off. Their pass defense is terrible.
It is. It is.
And good luck betting on Todd Bowles in a close game.
It is. I would say so. A conversation. I know we're getting off the old beaten path here, but it's just these things come to my head, and I just start. I have a microphone in front of me, and I start talking. A buddy wanted to know, what would you rather bet? Buccaneers over 8.5 wins, or plus 170 to win the division? Any thoughts there? I said plus 70 to win the division is the better, because I could see there's a world where they win the division at 8 and 9. That was my case.
Well, that happened last year.
Yes.
I mean,
with Carolina, yeah.
The division winner won the division at 8 and 9. So.
And how many times is the division? I mean, granted, we've only had a few years of 17 games, but this division historically, it has not taken a ton of wins, at least since Tom Brady hung up.
No, but somebody will win 10 games in this division this year.
You think so? Okay. All right. I just wanted to throw
just because they'll go 4-2 or 5-1 in the division.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
So
just wanted a little repartee in there. Anything else?
Anyway, Packers and Broncos. This thing opened up at Denver minus 4.5. It ballooned all the way up to Denver minus 6.5, and now it's starting to swing back down. The total is shooting through the roof here. We were at 38.5. Now we're at 40.5, 41. So I think we get a lot of points. Good. Look, I also would tell you, I think that Denver, the size of this line is an overreaction to how they beat the crap out of Atlanta last week. Probably more of a reflection of the Falcons than it is of Denver. That's just the reality of how bad they were on offense last week. So I think we kind of look towards Green Bay here, who had a bad showing against Pittsburgh in week 1 to be better.
Okay. All right. There's your NFL preseason roundup for Friday, guys. Speaking of football, how about Splash Sports? $21 million Survivor contest. Use password WagerTalk and get a $100 bonus when you sign up. And we've got some breaking news with this contest. I don't know if you saw this, Zinno, yesterday. This came across our. Okay. You guys, this is really cool. You can split your entry with up to 9 friends, $100 each. Zinno and I are splitting our entry. Okay. We're going to each get $10.5 million when this is all said and done. But if you guys want to split it up to 10 ways, you can do that. What a deal. What a deal.
What do you call it? It's a great way for you guys to
get involved. Yeah, it's less pressure.
Cut the cost down.
Yes,
right?
Less pressure.
And by the way, if it makes you guys feel any better, if I'm continuing on the path that I'm on, we'll be out of Survivor in the first week. So
okay, now see, I don't need that kind of attitude going into the football season, Mark Zinno. I'm going to need that. We're going to need to check that at the door.
Well, we're going to need to find a win before we check the attitude at the door. Yeah.
Are there 9 people out there that would like to join me for another entry? Please drop your names in the comments section. I'd be happy. I may need a new partner. All right. Let's remove that from the screen. Do I even dare? Do I even dare throw this up there? Can I talk? I guess I know that, you've made your point. I would love you to get on board, everyone, with this weekend. Buy one, get one free, $69 all 3 days. For the next 3 days, you get all of my picks, all of Zinno's picks. This will include soccer. I will be handling the soccer. I already have one game circled for tomorrow morning. But for today, we're going to have a 4% best bet in Major League Baseball. How has this Major League Baseball season gone for me, guys? Pretty damn well. We're on a 73-47 run long term. That includes 20-10, our last 30 picks. I mentioned I did pass on Thursday last night, but we were off the win Wednesday with the Nats in the first 5. Guys, we're up 72.8 units in all sports the last 4 months. And I will add, not only are we up 72.8 units the last 4 months, but that's a nice color this summer, too. So I think it's been a good summer overall.
You're doing wonderful. You're doing fantastic.
I'm a handsome man. I think you're a beautiful man too, Mark, because I don't know if it means anything
beautiful.
to you.
Maybe a beautiful man, but I can't pick a game right for shit.
I think you'll turn it around, and it starts tonight. How about
Well, you guys want me to just give them the plays for free? Because
look, they're your plays. I can't. I don't control your plays.
Oh, okay. Well, DM me if you want the plays for free. How's that sound?
Okay, there's Mark Zinno.
Do what you want with the information.
Mark Zinno, this guy is unbelievable. I'll tell you what, they call him Santa Claus in locally, I believe.
I think so. That's me, a little fat man.
Didn't mean it like that. All right. We're done for the week.
Yep.
What a week it's been. We'll be back Monday. 3 more free plays. Maybe we'll start finally previewing some football. Who knows? I'll talk to this man here in a few minutes about when we're going to start doing that. I know we've teased it enough times. I think now it's just a matter of doing. So on that note, we bid you adieu. Everybody have a great weekend. Happy and safe. And until next time, let's cash some tickets.
Parlay, yeah. Chances high or low.